Hi, this is Jetro from Amimaru, and welcome to this tutorial about client corrections. So in this tutorial I will teach you some techniques and some tips which should give you the most effective way of doing the corrections. And so in here we have this basic layout I usually use. If you have two monitors, it will be even better, but even with one monitor you should be able to use this kind of layout. So in the right we have the Photoshop, in the left we have the PDF file which has all the corrections you will be doing, and here in the bottom left we have the files in this folder. Let's just start with the basic this is page 5, so you will take the page 5 from here and you will see it says please center this in the bubble. So basically what it means is that this is not centered enough, so we just put it center and save the file and it's done. So then you can go to the next page and it says please make this a bit smaller. So we'll just take it, make it a bit smaller like this, recenter it, and that's it. So the first one being this PDF file is actually, when you get it, it's like this, that first of all even the pages that don't have comments are included, and these bubbles, these aren't, you have to double click them or do whatever in order to see them, see the comments like this. So it's a bit inconvenient and takes time. So what I do, I create this kind of summary file. With normal Adobe PDF reader you don't have this feature, but if you use this reader called Foxit reader, this is a free software, completely free, and I think it's better than the Adobe version because of this comments summary feature. So basically what you do, you simply click this comment tab here, and then you click summarize comments, and you can choose some options here. I recommend that you simply use these settings that I have. So you have a single page with connector lines on the document and comments, and comment type is set to all. Paper size, you can choose these whatever you like, but I use A5 and font size large, and sort comments by page, and connector line is red, and you include all pages, but keep the tick off of these pages containing no comments. So if you have this unticked, it means that you won't see any pages that don't have comments. So you will only see those pages that do have comments, which is handy. So when you press OK, it will create this sort of new view where you have the same comments, but they're all you can see them here on the right, and it only shows those pages that do have comments. So it's pretty handy. So this is one of the tips. As you can see, I have the files on my personal computer. These are actually the cloud files that are located in the cloud on box.com, but I'm using the software called Foxit that creates a Foxit folder to my own computer, so I can see all these files on my own computer. This has many advantages. For example, I don't have to download all the files manually from the box like this website here. I can simply sync them on my own computer, and then I can use the folder here, and it has all the same things that the internet version has, but the main difference is that I can simply edit these files here, and when I save them, the Foxit software will simply just update the cloud files. It's really fast and useful. So these are probably the two most important tips using this Foxit reader and summarize comments feature, and then using the Foxit feature. Yes. Next, I would like to show you some small tips that usually people don't necessarily know, but that are handy. So let's go to the next page. So I mean page 8. Okay, so I will just open this page. It says please make this a bit smaller and move it away from his hair. Okay, so this, you can change any tool to the moving tool simply by pressing Ctrl. So you don't have to go here, or you don't have to use any keyboard shortcuts for the move tool. You simply click and hold Ctrl, and you can move any layers like this. So I should also make it slightly smaller. So now I just click it with the type tool and go here, press Ctrl again, and if I simply press Ctrl, it will not keep the dimensions, but if I hold Shift also, as you can see, it will keep the dimensions intact. So Ctrl and Shift, so you can simply make it bigger or smaller. This time we want to make it slightly smaller, and now I'm pressing Ctrl like this, and now Ctrl and Enter will get it done. So you should use these keyboard shortcuts. It will be much easier than manually always clicking the move tool, the type tool, and all kind of things. And then of course Ctrl S is for saving, and Ctrl W is for closing the file, so you don't have to click the small cross here. You simply press Ctrl W and it's done. So next up you can go to page 12. This should be centered. Sometimes you have to do something like this in order to center it better. You wanna always have this kind of diamond shape with the text. So, and if you have to center something, you might have to change the text shape a bit. But for this kind of things, it's simply impossible. So those are fine as is. Okay, so that is now centered. As you can see, I simply pressed the Ctrl button and moved it. Okay, this means that we simply have to replace this text with this one. So I select all and put it here, and maybe, yes, I think this is better, so I just made a manual line break there. Yeah. So this page is done, so Ctrl S, Ctrl W, and the next one is page 14. There is a typo somewhere. Plenty. Okay, simply just fix this and hit Ctrl S, Ctrl W, page 15. And this is simply just changing the text. Okay, here it's pretty impossible to get any diamond shape out of this, so this is fine, like this. Ctrl S to Ctrl W, and as you can see, I'm basically using the type tool all the time, as much as possible. You can always select the type tool by clicking the letter T. And okay, this first comment says, if possible, please redraw some of the missing lines on the bed sheets. So as you can see here, some of the lines are missing. We can check those lines. Okay, I just disabled the clean layer, and these are the lines that are missing here. So we will simply restore them by, I will delete some of the old one. Okay, now we have some Japanese in there, so I just press the J button. This tool, this spot healing tool, is really handy for this kind of work, especially in the latest Photoshop version. It's really effective and really nice. So this would probably be alright. Missing Sunday. Again, I want to see where the missing one is. So this is Sunday, Monday, Wednesday. So I simply click here. Right, Sunday. Hit Control again, and I'll just make the perspective correct by I'm simply using the type tool and clicking with Control button, and so it's alright like this. And now I will just duplicate the layer, again hitting Control. This is Monday, and then duplicate again, and this one's Tuesday. Okay, now as you can see, you wanna take out this. This is slightly going off the screen, I mean the panel. So what you do here, you wanna keep it editable. So you add a layer mask like this. Just click here, and you get this white box here. And now you can simply use the brush tool, and you should have it pretty hard here, and like this. And this makes everything you draw in black, will make it invisible like this. And you can even see the blackness in this layer mask here. And now the text is still editable. You can change it as much as you like, but as you can see, the layer mask will make it invisible whenever it's black. And likewise, if you wanna undo, you wanna make it visible again, you simply paint it white. So black and white, black is invisible and white is visible. So if you use these layer masks, it will be really helpful for you. I highly recommend using these. And also you can do this perspective with simply type tool, hitting Control and taking these points here. It's really easy. Alright, so now hit save, Control W, and page 17. We have to change the continue to keep at it, like this. Page 19. I told him about the, so small changes like this. Page 21. Please move this slightly away from the speech bubble. Okay, as you can see, this is slightly in the wrong place. Again, I'm still using the type tool, simply hitting Control, and that's it. And then Control S, Control W. This is also changing the text a bit. At the same time, it will become both at once. Okay, now as you can see, the text became slightly weird, so we have to slightly edit the position. Sometimes it's not really clear what works best, but I think this is pretty good. Now it's not centered, so we simply move it a bit. So whenever you edit any text, please make sure it's still centered to the middle of the bubble. So even like this is slightly off, so you can put it here, and this also slightly off. So yes, please center this in the bubble. Okay, this has to be centered in the bubble, like this, and then hit save and close the file. Page 24. These are also centering to the bubble. It's not always really clear if it's not centered or not, but just slightly this should be put a bit to the down, like this. And usually it might be just, it's probably mostly just like a few pixels. And yeah, don't think about it too much, but just make it centered. Okay, these two, as you can see, it's slightly too much up, so make it slightly here. And here's a comma is missing, like so. On page 26, make this slightly smaller. Alright, we can simply hit Control and Shift to make it slightly smaller, and then center it again, like so. And that's it. This concludes this tutorial. I'll see you again in the next tutorial.